Hey guys, I wanted to come and talk to y'all about this book right here. This book is called Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons, and I used this with my 5-year-old this past year, and I loved it. We loved it. At first, I was kind of sketched about this program just because of the name. I was just like, I didn't like the name. I was turned off by the name. It was sketchy to me, and I just was like, no. But I had kept reading reviews about it, and everybody was saying how much they loved it, how awesome their kids were doing with it. And so I said, okay, let me give it a try. And it was only like less than $20 on Amazon. So I was like, okay, let me try it. You know, worst comes to worst, it doesn't work. And it was only like 15 bucks or whatever. So we tried it. And the first couple lessons, I'm not even gonna lie, she didn't really like it. There's not many colorful pictures in here. It's not too exciting. It's just, I'll open it up and show you. It's just black and white letters, and you know, a lot of the sounds and stuff that they were going over, she already knew them. And so it was kind of just a lot of review at the beginning for her. And so she wasn't really too excited, especially since my daughter is super kinesthetic. She always has to be moving around, always has to be super hands-on. This is the first lesson. And so the red is everything that I say. It tells you step by step on what you say to the child. And then the exercises are there, and they have little stories as the child progresses that they read. First, they start off with like sentences, small words, and then sentences. And then they have like whole stories. Like this is lesson 9, and it has some of the small words right there. And so, at first my daughter wasn't feeling it. She was just like, do we have to do it? And she didn't like it. So we took a break from it. And then I came back to it, and I just started to think of things that would make it more active and more hands-on. So instead of just sounding out the word, every time she sounded out the word, she got to hop like a frog or do a little somersault. Or if we did it on trampoline, she got to jump up and down on trampoline if she sounded it out correctly. And just little things like that made it fun. I came up with these flashcards that had the sound on it, and then the small words that she was learning, and then she had to sound it off on the flashcards, and I would do little games with her, and I just got really creative with it and made it hands-on and more active for her. But then, you know, that was at the beginning, and then as we got on into like the middle of the book, she just started to like it how it was without having to have the activities, especially since she was seeing that she was learning how to read, and she was able to read the stories in here. And so she was excited, and she got excited. And then she would be the one reminding me, hey mom, we need to do our reading lesson today. Are we gonna do reading today? And she really started to love it. And then so did I. And so we started at the beginning of the year, but then we took a break, like I said. Sorry, my camera died. But so we took a break, and then we came back towards the middle of the year, and we just finished maybe a week and a half ago. And so now she can read. Let me show you the big stories that they have the kids reading. She can read long stories like this. There was 2 parts to the stories, part 1 and then part 2. And she can read it and barely with any help. And she's so excited. She can read the books that we get at the library that are like my first books or my first readers or whatever. She can read a lot of those. And there's still a lot of like sight words that she still doesn't know, but she can sound it out phonetically. She can sound out pretty much any word that can be sounded out. And she gets really excited. She loves to read. And I have really, really been appreciative that I picked up this book and tried it again. I didn't just give up on it, or that I didn't dismiss it because of the name or because just of how it looked or my first initial thoughts of it, because it turned out to be really, really good. We paired this with the Bob books, and she can read she can read all the Bob books, pretty much all of the Bob books. She can read them. And so like we would do this lesson, and then after we did this lesson, I would let her read a Bob book. And so she really liked that because she was getting to read actual books, not just in the lesson. So yeah, we really like this program. I think I'm going to try it for my other kids, and it's just a really, really good thing to try, a good program to try if you're looking for something on how to teach your young child or your child in general to read. And I really like the way that they used it and that they did it and teach them how to piece the sounds together and to make it a word. It really just made everything click and everything connect, the way that they introduced the sounds and the way that they introduced reading and just reading words and stuff. And so I recommend this book, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.